The news at 5:30. We told you 5 teenagers had been charged as adults in the death of a man who was killed by a rock thrown on I-75. Now, the father of the 32-year-old, Kenneth White, is speaking out, saying he hasn't been able to eat or sleep since he found out what happened to his son. James Felton has more.
I just don't understand how somebody could just go out like that and think it's fun, and you take somebody's child away from them, you take their father away from them, you take their brother away from them.
Kenny White lost his son Kenneth last Wednesday. He was killed after being hit in the chest by a rock allegedly thrown by a group of teenagers from an overpass as his vehicle traveled along I-75.
I mean, I don't know what's going through somebody's mind to even make them think to do something like that. There's no words to describe it. I mean, I buried my mother, my father, and my oldest brother in the last 4 years, and this is the hardest thing I've ever did in my life.
The 5 teens are all being tried as adults, each facing a second-degree murder charge that could potentially put them in prison for life. For his part, White says that punishment is a far cry from the pain and suffering his family has had to endure.
They can't give it the way I want it, so we'll just go with what they got to do with it, you know what I'm saying? I can't give them enough punishment. You know, because even if they spend 30 years in prison, they get to wake up every single morning. They still get phone calls from their parents. They still get visitors. My son don't get none of that no more. That was taken away from him for something stupid.
That was James Felton.